In this video, we are going to have a look at Bitcoin and whether this is the end of the bull market and the bull cycle or not. A lot of people are talking about this is the top for Bitcoin. We've reached, this red candle is different than the other red candles we've seen before. And I actually have something, to show you whether that is the case or not, right? Because once you see this, you will realize whether or not we have reached the top and whether or not you should start looking at ways of changing and exiting at this point. So if we actually have a look at the price of Bitcoin in 2017, we can see we only had 8 weekly red candles, right? But and basically, we had 8 red candles, and then we reached all the way up, and then the bear market started, right? So the question right now is, well, in 2017, we already had 6 weekly candles, which basically means that we will probably have one thing to the upside, and then it would just die down. And that could maybe be for 48,000 all the way to 76. But is that really it? And let's have a look at why that could be it and why, what's basically the situation at this point. Is this really the end of the altcoin season? Let's have a look. Now, this is my favorite chart whenever it comes to just looking at the market, whether we are in the end or not. Not just looking at human psychology. This is probably the best one and the most accurate one ever. So if we look at the fear to index ratio, this is the price of Bitcoin. It may not look like much, but this is a lot of drops. You can see this is 50% plus drops. This is actually, I would say, approximately, this is a 92% drop in prices, right? So just bear that in mind. Now, what we want to have a look at is we want to look at sorry, it's not 92%. It's more of approximately this here actually. But nevertheless, let's have a look at what's happening. So this is the interest in people, and here we have different parts. This is some people are buying, hope and fear, optimism and denial, greed and euphoria. So back, if you look at this in 2011, you saw that we had a price exactly right here. So we had the price up here. A lot of people were thinking, we're getting greedy and buying. And remember, this was levels at $0.68, right? And as soon as this just jumped like crazy, you could see we had it here. And it just, went all the way up to $30 and just crashed all the way down to $2.32, right? Went all the way down from these levels all the way down here, and you can see that it was exactly the same, right? So we had from right here and right here, it's as soon as it hits the euphoria, it just touched it, and then as soon as this touched it, boom, then when you saw that it started to crash. So what we have at this point is we had the same actually in 2013, where it's obviously it was a lot higher prices. We had $186 for one Bitcoin, and once you had a look at it, you just saw as soon as we hit this mark right here. So as soon as it just entered the euphoria stage, and look, as long as it gets to euphoria stage, boom, it crashed down, and people thought this is it. It went from 186 all the way down to $66. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but that is a lot. Imagine you had, a lot of, Bitcoin at that point, and it just dropped so much, right? Now, what happened was people were just like losing hope. And actually right here, sorry, they'll start losing hope and they will start getting fearful. And then they were like, the price jumped up exactly the same. So we had the same right here. Now, you can see that as soon as it got to the greed phase, the price just went up. And as soon as we hit this stage right here of euphoria, which is this one, which is basically this point where most people are selling, buying, and just doing all the, there's a lot of transaction between wallets. That's how the unrealized profits basically looks like. There's a lot of transaction between wallets, a lot of profit being made, and so on. And you can see as soon as that happened, you can see what basically happened to the price. It just started from here, it just started to go all the way down until the point where it literally hit $366 from $1,000 all the way down to 366. So what happened in 2017, which basically where Bitcoin got a lot more mainstream? Did we see the same? We did. As soon as you see that we hit this point right here where it was euphoria, you could see that it came crashing all the way down from almost $20,000, which was actually $20,000, all the way down as soon as it hit that euphoria level to 3,000 and yeah, $3,000. So imagine owning that much millions and you bought up here and it just comes crashing down and it doesn't return until literally 3 years later. So the question is, where are we right now? Did we hit the euphoria phase? Are we already, is this the phase where you're thinking, you know what, man, I need to end, I need to like sell, 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 sell. But if you have a look right now, this was happening. And I remember when everyone was being so bullish on Bitcoin, I was getting a little bit nervous because if you look right here, this was approximately, this was in, I believe this was in January, in the start of January, where end of January, when it just went from 17 to 30K, and everyone was like, oh my God, this is, the opposite of is hyper, whatever. It was just going insane, right? Hyperinflation, whatever. It was just going absolutely nuts. And I was just so worried at this point because if you actually have a look, and I see if I can actually zoom in here. Let's see if I can zoom in here, you guys. Let's see here. And I can. Awesome. So at this point, it was basically, probably to remove some of these. So at this point, you could see that it was just going absolutely crazy, right? We had, it just kept going up. A lot of people were buying, buying, buying. And then you saw the price fell down. We, obviously needed a correction from, we literally had the price from 20 to 38. So it doubled in a span of less than a month, right? And then obviously had a correction, and you can see that basically neutralizes this point. It neutralizes us before we enter this fearful euphoria stage, which is super, super scary, because if we start to hit, actually right here, if this kept going up in this direction right here, we will start to go into euphoria, which basically that would mean the end of this bull cycle. So we had a correction right here, which was really good. And then back up again. We went up here. And this was another point where I got really nervous because, when the price keeps going up, it's not a good sign, because that's, euphoria. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone is like, oh my God, we're going to get rich, right? This is the part. Everyone's like, oh my God, I'm going to get paid so much profit, put everything in, go all in. And this is basically, this is the scary part, because it just needed a little bit more, a little bit extra push, and boom, that will be it. It just needed to touch this point, and then that's it. Now, and then you can see we had another correction right here. This is the price. Again, remember, guys, this is the price. This is the price. We had a correction in the price. And what happened? The interest started to drop. A lot of people were like, oh my God, is this it? Is this it? And then again, the price kept. This is the easiest way to see the price, guys. This is the easy way you should know when to sell and not. As soon as we hit the euphoria, boom, you want to sell. Not financial advice, do your own research, but that's just, obviously this is just entertainment, right? But that's just what I believe. Now, if you actually go back here, you can see this is basically, we were going a little bit, we haven't hit the same levels as we did, with the euphoria, as we did like right here and right here, but we still kept going up. But then if you have a look at this is just, a lot of people like, nah, it's not looking that good. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then recently, a few days ago, boom, brutal, absolutely brutal. We're actually going from the we're no longer in the greed and euphoria phase. We're basically, at this point, it's just a lot of people, they are just being a bit scared. So at this point, guys, all I want to say is that do not believe. We have these corrections are really good. Are we end of the bull market? No. Are we end of the altcoin season? In my opinion, humble opinion, absolutely not. We haven't even touched the bottom. Like, it's nowhere near the top. And all these corrections just going to make sure, and all this, memes and this and that, it's just going to make sure that a lot of people are be like, hey, you know what? we're not going to have it's basically a lot of people are just saying, hey, you know what, we're not gonna oh no, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, all these influences coming about. Don't worry about it, guys. As long as it doesn't hit the euphoria level, keep keep accumulating. Not financial advice. Make your own, you do your own research. But again, I'll release another video where I talk about the best altcoins, the major cap altcoins that you can buy. And this could be from 20% all the way up to 50%. That's how sure I am in these altcoins. And that's not including Ethereum, guys. 50% of the altcoins of your portfolio, 50%. And that's how good these projects are. And basically, none of these include Ethereum. The other part could include Ethereum. So you had 50% to these altcoins and 50% in Ethereum. I'll talk about these in the next video. Until then, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you soon. All right, peace.